So chapter 1, verse 1, Divrei Kohelet ben David Melech B'Yerushalayim. These are the words of Kohelet, the son of David, who was the king of Jerusalem. So let's see what Rashi says. Kol makom shenemar divrei eino ela divrei tochachot. Rashi says whenever it says these are the words, it introduces words of rebuke. As in Ela Advarim Asher Dibra Moshe, as the book of Deuteronomy says, these are the words that Moshe spoke. And also it states Divrei Yirmiyahu, and it gives other examples, Ela Divrei David, etc. Amadati Misham. Wait, I skipped a verse. And also it says, and it says in Kohelet, here are words of rebuke. For example, hey, how you doing? Bring the Chumash. Okay, so it says words of rebuke. It says the sun rises and the sun sets, and all the streams go towards the sea. Basically, it calls the wicked ones the sun and the moon and a sea that has no reward. That's what the Midrash says. So the Midrash says that this is a book of rebuke. We're on page 1361. We're studying the book of Ecclesiastes. And then he says, well, Misham Ha'inyan Medaber B'Risha'im V'Hamishilim V'Tagburat Achama Shesofa Shokat. Rashi says, I learned from there that this book is speaking to wicked ones, and the parables to the strength of the sun, and it compares it, V'Him Shilam, and compares it to the strength of the sun, which in the end will set. So the wicked ones right now look like they're big, but in the end they'll set like the sun. Alternatively, what does it mean when it says all the streams go to the sea? Mahatel ba'ovdei avodah zara. It's making fun of idolaters, and it says, "You fools, shotim ha'mishtachavim u'mayim." You fools who bow down to the water, you think that there's something to that because you see this huge giant sea and all the streams go to it. But this is, and they think all the streams go there and yet it's not full. And they think it's a god, but they don't understand that they're going to the streams go there and then they come back, meaning to say that they don't understand the water cycle. They don't understand that the water that goes into the sea was the water that was already there. And they draw the water from the depths and they go above. Rashi understands the water cycle. And these fools who see the sea think it's a god, but they don't understand because they don't see all the streams go there and they don't understand that it doesn't get bigger. But they don't understand the water cycle, that it draws water from the depths and then it goes above the sky and then it comes back and it goes back, it evaporates. And therefore the rivers don't stop and the sea is not full. Not because that the sea is anything special. So Rashi explains the water cycle. Okay, now the next verse says Koheles. Why was the name Koheles? Al Shem Shekiel Chachmot Harbei. Why is this king called Koheles? Because he gathered a lot of wisdoms. Meaning to say this book is called Koheles and this king is called Koheles because he gathers a lot of wisdoms together. And so too in another place it says, Karo Agur ben Yakeh. And others say that another explanation why it's called Koheles is because he expounded all things in the community. Everybody would get together and he would expound them. Hey, Kobe, who are you talking to? Oh, Moshe?
Yeah. Did you hear what happened at the LBJA today?
What's LBJA?
It's have you ever heard of Rabbi Greineman or Rabbi Kranz?
Yeah.
So
that's the Silver Spring Jewish Center. They renamed it. Oh yeah, Leo Bernstein Jewish.
It was a hate crime.
Yeah.
I think it was today, but there was a hate crime.
What'd they do?
This guy struck a rabbi with a stick. He smacked him.
Smacked who?
A rabbi while he was walking.
Which rabbi?
Doesn't say, but it says the guy, and he got arrested for a hate crime.
throw them away, lock them up. Okay, so
Okay, Jordan.
we're on page,
That's better.
we're on page, no, 1361. A terrible news that they did a hate crime right in Silver Spring,
Yeah.
but not surprising, that's what these people do.
You're right.
Next verse says, it says, Havel Havelim. Now, this is a word to understand. Yeah, Jerry.
Do we know the name of the rabbi that was assaulted?
We don't know the name of the rabbi. This is the first I'm hearing of it. I don't know the name of the rabbi.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look up.
Okay, so it says, Havel Havelim Amar Kohelet Havel Havelim Akol Havel. And so they usually translate it here in the article, they translate Havel Havelim, futility of futilities, Kohelet said. Futility of futilities, everything is futile. Meaning to say, why bother living in the world? Everything is a waste. But it all depends how you understand the word Havel. So the Rashi says, Kohelet kore tagar, v'omer al yitzirat shivat yimei breshit, shakol hevel havelim hu. Kohelet is calling out, basically calling out harshly and saying everything. Rashi says basically, he's calling out, he says everything created during the 7 days of creation is futile. And why does he say refer to the 7 days of creation? Because it says, this is based upon the Gemara, we saw this recently in the Daf Yomi, that it refers 7 times to Havel in this opening verse. Havel Havelim, that's 3. Havel Havelim, 6. Akol Havel, that's 7. So
I just wanted to add this also in Baba Batra, we say that the reason why they decided to canonize it is because of the end of the book, which says that you will stand trial for everything.
right. So Fodavara Kol Nishma, in the end, everything will be heard. In the end, everything will be heard. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, in the end, everything will be heard. Okay. So, and also, and the end of the book, it says, just fear God and do the mitzvahs. That's your obligation. We're studying the book of Kohelet, page 1361. So the only question is, that's what the Rashi saying everything is futile. Rashi saying he's making fun of the 7 days of creation and saying everything is futile. Others say that Ramban says it means make futile, habvel, or hate futilities. Hate futilities. Others say words, it means not futile, but just vapor. Like everything is fleeting. Everything is fleeting. Not everything is futile, but everything is fleeting. So it's a big question, and obviously this changes the whole nature of the book. If you say everything is fleeting, it's a message of, like take advantage of the moment. If you say everything is futile, it's like, why bother living? So it's a very, very different book. Okay, so we go to verse 3. Ma yitron lo adam b'kol amalo she'amol tachas hashemesh. What is the advantage to man for everything he does when he works underneath the sun? What advantage is there to man in this world? So, Ma yitron, Rashi says, schar umotar, what reward and gain is there in this world for everything you're doing? Because everything is futile. Underneath the sun, Tmurata Torah, she kruya or, meaning say Rashi says, what advantage is there for all the Torah that we do? And Torah is called the sun. Ko amal shi machlif bo et esek haTorah mascharbo. Every work that basically that you're doing and you're training for Torah, what reward is there? What reward are you getting for all the Torah you study? That's why Rashi understands it. In place of, meaning to say, what he's or basically maybe he's saying, and what benefit is there for any labor that you do in place of Torah study? Meaning to say you're replacing your Torah study with this labor, with this work, you're gonna get nothing out of it. You're gonna get nothing out of it. Okay, so then we come to the next verse, and it says, Dor olech v'dor ba, haaretz olam omedet. This is true. One generation goes and the other one comes, and the world just remains the same. And that's a true statement. The world is basically the same world it was 2,000 years ago. No difference. People killing, hunger, disease. We have a couple of technological advantages now, or advances, so-called. It's basically the same world. Rashi tells us, Kol ma Rasha yigav amal exol. Anything that a wicked one will work hard to and to strive to take and to steal. They're not going to. It's not going to be endure. Because one generation goes and the next generation is going to come and take it all from his children. So it's not going to accomplish anything. It says, Banav Yiratsu. Banav Yiratsu Dalim. So then the next verse says, Rashi says, Va'aratz olam umedet. Who are the ones who endure? Anavim, the humble, anamuchim, the downtrodden, who work hard in the land. They're the ones that last. They're the ones that last. They're the only ones that last. But all the people who steal, it doesn't last. So then it says, verse 5, or page 1361. 1361. So it says, Zarach HaShemesh, the sun rises and the sun sets. Zarach HaShemesh uva HaShemesh v'al makomo shoef zarech husham. The sun rises, the sun sets, it goes back to its place. And here, let me give you Ronnie. Hold on.
Rabbi, you said Kohelet.
You say it this Shabbos here. You have a kippah?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. The sun rises, the sun sets. Vel makomo shoef, and to its place it rushes. Zoreach husham. There it rises again. Hoechel darom, it goes to the south. The sovev. Oh wait, let's see what Rashi says. Rashi says that a generation comes and a generation goes, just like the sun rises and the sun sets. Just like the sun rises and the sun sets, so too a generation comes and goes. And then it goes all night and travels to the place it rose yesterday, and from there it rises again. This is how they used to believe that the sun rose and set. They used to think that the Gemara has this sun rises in the morning, sets at night, and then it goes underneath the ground or underneath in it like a tunnel and goes all the way back to where it started. I mean, they knew so much more than us in most areas of life. Once in a while, because of the advances that other people made, we see that they were wrong. But that's what they felt. And he says that's like a generation. It says, it goes to the south, so Vevel Tzafon, and then it veers towards the north. Basically, the wind goes round and round, and on its round, the wind returns. Yes, Jerry.
The Torah states somewhere that there will always be poor. Yet this Rashi states that the humble, the low, the people who are low will inherit the earth. If you inherit karka, earth, you're going to be wealthy, not poor. So is there a contradiction between these two ideas?
Wait, I don't understand the question.
Well, we just learned in Rashi that the low people will inherit the earth, correct?
Previous
Eventually,
verse,
yeah.
verse 4, Rabbi.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Well, it means that the people who are stealing are going to lose it all, and the only people who endure are the people who carry themselves with modesty. That's what he means.
Oh, I
That's
see.
what he means.
Okay. They're not talking
All
about,
right, you know what?
they're
Yeah,
not talking about poor people.
Yeah, no. Let's stop our study here because we're gonna dive in 5 minutes, but I need a few strong guys to help me to fix our sukkah. So we'll stop the study here. And God willing, we'll pick it up Chol Moed. Shekoyach.